Good morning everyone. I'm Councillor Michael Kidd, Acting Mayor while Councillor Weston's away. Last night we held the deferred April Council meeting and there are a number of outcomes from that meeting we'd love to share with you.
Good morning, Mr. Acting Mayor. Yes, we had a whole lot of papers last night because there was a big suite of IP&R documents that we had to go through. But in actual fact, the agenda itself wasn't too long. So we'll do a hop, skip and a jump this morning through the main decisions from last night, starting with our adoption of some very important draft documents, our IP&R suite.
When we start a council term, we consult with the community about what their wants and needs are for the coming 4 years. And what we do is we put those together into delivery programs, operating programs, staff-related documents, etc., a long-term financial plan, just so that we can show the community exactly what we're going to do for the next 4 years, or what we hope to do.
What's very important about the suite of documents is that it's not just looking at 1 year, it's looking at the 4-year term of council, which is your promise to the community of what you intend to deliver. But of course, in Leeton's case, we have the real challenge of our financial sustainability. So council, when it goes out for consultation in the next few weeks, it's really looking for feedback from the community about what projects that the community wants need to be progressed and which projects maybe should be put on hold and which ones possibly should be scrapped altogether. Of course, council at this point in time has gathered everyone's ideas and put them together, but we are going to have to make some hard decisions in terms of our long-term financial sustainability.
That's absolutely right, General Manager, and it's most important that we have a feel for what the community wants and what they're prioritising. And so the more feedback we get, the better.
So if the community can have a look at that, they can come back to us in writing in a good old-fashioned letter. They can send an email to council with any feedback. We've also tried to make it easier. Terry, our comms coordinator, together with Sarah, who looks after integrated planning and reporting, have pulled together a Have Your Say questionnaire, which people can go online and complete the Have Your Say questionnaire. And for those that just like to have a good old-fashioned chat, there's a very important opportunity to have face-to-face engagement with some council staff on the 21st of May in Whitten, Yanco and Leeton. So if anyone wants to have a look at the documents and come and chat to staff, please make use of those opportunities. They're really important ways to engage with council. Thanks, Mr. Acting Mayor. The next one on our agenda was just a minor update to the youth policy, which looked at when the minutes were coming back and also reiterated in the policy that we're not just looking to have youth council meetings, but also have the youth council come and address council.
It's great to have young people involved. They're our future after all, and hopefully we're preparing the leaders of the future.
Gajildri Weir Riverside Park is ticking along nicely, and compared to previous years, the loss associated with running it is, well, right now it's as low as 15,000, which is pretty good compared to previous years. What's happening for you at Gajildri Weir?
Look, there's a lot going on out there. Sadly, we're losing our managers, Diane and Roy Trott, leaving us after 2 years. They've really lifted the game out there. We're turning around the budget deficit in that zone and moving into the positive. Our visitor numbers are up. We've in recent times improved our freshwater potable water supply and also improved the septic arrangements out there, so everything's fully compliant, and improve the capacity of the park. Currently we have expressions of interest out for a replacement for Roy and Diane. That closes fairly soon, and we've had a number of nibbles and bites with regard to that position, so the future's looking very positive out there.
Another important matter we discussed is our heritage strategy. We've had one before, it's been updated, and this time we're looking at 2 additional matters which we will look into if we get grant money. The one is an Aboriginal heritage study, which we'll do in collaboration with our local lands council, and the other one is a review of our main street from a heritage point of view. And I think both of those are important areas to enhance our heritage strategy going forward.
Yes, well, Leeton's a young shire. We have a good grasp on heritage, and we need to assemble any information we need. We need to look at preserving what we have while we can.
Okay, excitingly, we have now formally adopted the Leeton Housing Strategy Implementation Plan that had been out on public exhibition. We got some feedback mainly from government departments, but at the end of the day, this gives us a roadmap for how the Shire will develop where infrastructure should go over the next 30 years.
It's something that excites me and something that I've been deeply committed to for a long time. We need to grow our town in a sustainable way.
Absolutely a critical document, and I think councillors can be very proud at having led the way with making sure that we're thinking strategically about the growth of the town and not just allowing development to happen in an ad hoc way. So that's good.
Yes, most important.
Right, then we have a planning proposal for Brobner Road. This is the old campground at Brobner Road that council owns. In our consultation with the community, there's high demand for housing, and communities asking council to do something about it because the pace of housing development is not meeting the need. So council's having a look at doing a subdivision down there. We've applied for some funding if the government comes to the party. But what we do need to do there is allow more lot to be developed so it becomes medium density housing. So a planning proposal's been pulled together to change our LEP. That's quite a lengthy process. So that got supported by council last night and will go off to the planning department for consideration.
That's correct, and ultimately it will need ministerial approval. What we're trying to do here is target low and medium income homeowners, but also provide housing for essential service workers such as police, teachers, ambulance. It's a very convenient area. It's very close to the hospital, nursing homes, childcare, TAFE, an easy walk to Main Street. It has good access to our walking tracks and cycling tracks, so it's a great location. It is public land, it's a former caravan park, and we believe it's an ideal location for this style of housing.
Then we had a confidential matter which was to do with a tender. The tender relates to the Leeton sewage treatment plant where we're wanting to do a redevelopment of our tertiary ponds. And the long and the short of it is that Boot Civil put in the best price and we're well equipped to do the job. So in wrapping up, Mr. Acting Mayor, just reminding the community about the public consultation coming up around the delivery program, operational plan, long-term financial plan. Please do have a look at these documents and give us your feedback. And the other very important survey on the go at the moment, Councillor Kidd, is the health survey being done through the Rural Doctors Network, which is part of our collaborative care project, which has been initiated in Leeton.
Well, that's something, General Manager, that's very close to my heart after a bit over 40 years in health. We have secured the full support of the Minister in this, and this makes me very confident that what the community puts forward, once it's analysed and assessed, will be actioned. We all have an opinion on health. We all have certain services we'd like to see in town. Some are realistic, some are not, but we want to hear from you, because without hearing from you, we don't know what's important to you.
If anybody wants to do any of the surveys, please have a look at the links in the comments or the description to this video, and that'll take you right to where you need to be to fill in the surveys.
Thank you everyone for your attention and watching this video, and Council Weston will be back next month.
Thank you.